Hello and welcome to the automation land. This is Hamim Alam. So in the previous video we have done do while loop and today we're gonna be learning for loop. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a class. For loop, all right, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a main method over here, and then I'm gonna write for. So whenever you write a for loop, you have to initialize a variable first thing first. All right, so I'm gonna do int I equal to 0. All right, and then we have to put a condition. Okay, so let's say I want this number, so I is less than 5. Okay, and then I plus plus, so that's, and then increment or decrement. Okay, so if it is decrement, then minus minus. All right, or increment plus plus. Okay, and then what I want to do, I want to print out this I. All right, so that's gonna be sys out I. So that is what is basically gonna do is it's gonna come to this loop and it's gonna say, okay, I have a variable initialized. All right, and then which is I equal to 0. And then what is going to do is going to check for the condition right here. So what is the condition? Condition is I less than 5. Okay, and then what is gonna do is gonna come to this block and then is gonna print out that number. Okay, print out that, or maybe they do the action. Okay, and then what is going to do is going to like increment, and then is going to increment that number. Okay, and then is gonna check for this thing again. All right, and then is gonna check. So okay, I is less than 5, and then it's gonna do the action. So if I run this loop right now, so yeah, 0 1 2 3 4, right? So it's gonna print till 4, and if you want to print 5, then it's gonna be like less than and equal to 5. All right, so this is really simple. Okay, so let's make it a little bit more complicated. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a string array. All right, so let's say names. All right, and then we're going to have an array. So let's say cat, dog, cow. All right, so this is my array. All right, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one by one, and then I want to print them out. Okay, so what I can do is for okay, and then I int I equal to 0. All right, and then what I want to do, I don't want to put any number over here. Okay, the condition is gonna be what is the length, like how much is the length of this array, and then I don't want to go more than that. Okay, so for that what I can do is like I less than names dot length, because this names dot length basically returns you a integer. Okay, so that's why we can compare. So it's gonna be telling you like, okay, so length is like 1 2 3. Okay, so I have to go till 3, so that's it. Okay, and then I plus plus. All right, and then what I want to do is like I want to take one of those names. Okay, and then I want to put it in a string variable. Okay, so what I can do is like string name. So this is names. All right, so this is name. So what I can do is like I want to get that the first index, which is gonna be I. All right, so what it's going to do is like it's going to go through this loop, and then it's gonna come over here, and then what is going to do 0. Okay, so 0 is gonna be cat. So what it's going to do is like it's gonna take that 0 index cat and put it in this string name, and then what I can do is like I can just literally write name. So what it's going to do is like it's gonna take one by one, and until the condition has met, so whatever the length of the array is going to print over here. Okay, it's gonna store in the name, and then I'm gonna take one by one, and then I want to print it out. Okay, so yeah, let's run it. So yeah, you see cat, dog, and cow. Okay, so let's say I want to print them, but from ascending, I mean from the backwards. So I want to print the cow first, and then dog, and then cat. How do I do it? Okay, that is pretty much simple. So what I can do is I'm gonna write another for loop. Okay, and then what I want to do, So for that, what I have to do is like I have to get the last index first, because we're gonna be decrementing, right? We're not gonna be increment anymore. So what I can do is like the last. So how do I get the last index? So I do int I equal to. So what I can do is like names dot length minus 1. So name dot length minus 1 dot length minus 1 will basically give you the last index from the array. Okay, so what I can do right now, I just do I is greater than and equal to 0. Okay, and then what I can do is I minus minus. All right, so what this is going to do is like is basically going to take the last index. Okay, and then it will compare to here, like okay, I is less than equal to 0, then I want to keep on decrementing until it is equal to 0. All right, so what I can do right now, I can just get the so I can just get the like the last index, which is the cow. Okay, and I can store it in a string variable. So let's do name equal to, and then what I can do is like names I. All right, and then what I want to do, I want to print them out. Okay, name. So if I run this, we're gonna have two loop running. So one is gonna be from the ascending order, the other one is gonna be from descending order. Okay, so this is the ascending order and this is the descending order right here. So it's going from the backwards. So cow, dog, cat. All right, so this is the second for loop and this is the first for loop. Okay, so yeah, that's all about the for loop today. And tomorrow I'm gonna be teaching you enhanced for loop. So it's basically like for loop. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe my channel, and if you have any question, please leave a comment. I'll of course get back to you, and thank you so much.